The hottest podcast on the internet. All raw opinions.
So welcome back.
Hey.
What's up?
How you doing? It's a hot Saturday.
Yes, it is. You know, I'm so excited.
Why is that, Norma? Why is that?
Been talking all week about it.
I know.
Because
I feel
Marco, Mr. Intuitive from Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, every platform you may think of is here.
Is in the building, baby. Get some claps. We got Mr. Intuitive in the building.
Yes.
Man, so what exactly do you do, man? Let's tell the viewers and all of us what we do. Like, what's going on here? Like,
Tell us.
I consider myself a shaman.
Okay.
Some of the things that I do is I do readings. I don't just do tarot card readings. That's something that I do on social media. Mm-hmm. But I do channeled readings.
Nice.
I do limpias. I do a lot of candle work. I just guide people to the destination that they pictured for themselves, but somehow life is not turning into that. So that's kind of like the thing that I do.
Right.
Also, I can pick up on like karma, things
This is interesting.
I just can pick up on things that you carry, and I want to help you unpack it so you can enjoy your life, basically. So,
amen to that.
You know, before we get into it, though, can I ask you a question? Let me ask you, was this something that you always felt when you were younger? Like, is this something that, when did you know, like, I have this power? I guess, I don't know, for lack of better words.
to say that it's a power, I would say that that's what it looks like from the outside.
Right.
Because I talk about it a lot. I'm very transparent when it comes to like my followers, and they're like, "Oh, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that." But I'm like, "Okay, you wish you can do limpias, you wish you could do readings, but what about when you wake up in the middle of the night and there's something standing at the edge of your bed watching you?" Or like a few months ago, where I was asleep in my bed and something grabbed a hold of my ear and it dragged me across my bed.
I heard that on TikTok on your live.
Yeah, I talked about
Physically moved you?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So hearing people laugh in your room. So it's like, okay, yeah, you want to do readings. Like there's a lot of people who are on social media right now pretending to do a lot of things. And, and I don't ever want to tell people not to find themselves, not to chase a spiritual connection with God, because I'm not religious, but I do have a focus on my personal connection with God. But this type of work is not for everybody, because there's a lot of evil in this world, and you expose yourself in a way where it's like, if you're not good at what you do, somebody can make you go crazy. You might start seeing things, and things will start falling apart.
Good.
I gotta let me ask this. Just because he talked about God, I know we got tons of questions, but this is a good question that mine was going to be for you. Speaking of that, how can you clarify if these energies you're feeling are evil spirits, or actually angels or spirits, or guiding you know, the right people? Because I hear a lot of things that, you know, people like you, and no offense, people who do this stuff, like, oh, they're talking to evil energies, that they're being they're masking themselves to be as your loved ones, the evil energies. Does that make, you know what I'm saying, to get like, that's
very possible.
Okay. How do you know it's not?
A lot of it has to do with setting an intention. Okay. So you give things permission, right? So yesterday, actually, I was at somebody's house. I just talked about it off the camera, but yesterday I was at somebody's house doing a quick little session with them, a limpia at their house, and it was her and her brother were there. And I started talking to them about things, and then she said, "Oh, my oldest that is transitioning is into like spirituality and pulls cards, and they see things and I see things. I've kind of blocked it out, but now it's coming back. And my oldest that's going through a lot, depressed and everything, like they're seeing things and they're going through a lot, and they get scared. Like, you know, for the wrong words, just my oldest gets scared because I don't know what to say, right? But I said, when you're in a depressed state, when you're very low and unhappy, you're like at a 1. And when you're kicking ass in life, you're at a 10.
Right.
Now, if you're at a 1 or a 2 or a 3 of how much you like your life, you're going to be easier to get to or get tricked by any type of, like, I guess we call them trickster spirits, or like something that just wants to hijack your energy and get stuff done in this reality. So I would say that the best protection is a high vibration, but how do you know? I mean, you got to always stay protected, move correctly, and you have less of those things messing with you. But there's always something. I would just say that you have to trust your gut. But a lot of times I get like little images in my head of what it really is, and then I'll just be like, no. Right. So like sometimes you'll see me on the live where I'll start pulling cards, and then I'll put them back, and I'm like, no, that's not it. Right. And then I keep going, and then once I get a good feeling about it, I'll keep going. So I trust myself. It's really weird to explain it, but it's like there's a bad voice once in a while, and then there's a good voice. Right. And the bad one, and I'm like, no, because it's not flowing easy enough. Got it. So how fast it flows usually is the right answer. Right.
Right.
So what do you think it is that's pulling you across your bed? Like they can pull a grown ass man across the bed.
Yeah, I'm about 235, 6 foot 235.
So what the fucking pull you across the bed? That's not actually standing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not pulling you across the bed. I could. What is?
Well, that night, I felt my ear get hot, and I got pulled across the bed. I woke up, and I heard laughing, but I couldn't get up. I had a sleep paralysis, but I sleep face down, so I couldn't see. Not the first time. I always get messed with while, like, I'm sleeping, when I'm in a state of where, like, I'm not 100% aware, because that's the only time that something could really mess with people that are moving, like, super strong. That was when I was doing a limpia for somebody that lives here in Orange County near the block of Orange, and they had like a bunch of like, esa señora era media brujita, boyfriend was a brujo, family in Mexico, the boyfriend's family in Honduras. Everybody was like a bunch of people that practice different things, just going at it. So they're like,
back and
I'm
forth.
sick, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, y yo no sé, no hallo la puerta. And I'm like, all right, I could hook you up. We agreed, we set a price, whatever. I started working. And when that was happening, that was a specific person, because I'm like, damn, there's something real bad on you.
Yikes.
Did that work? Did you what you did for them to help them? Did it work?
Their lives got better, but the thing is that I can only do so much. And I tell people, like, if you're not gonna cut this person out of your life, I can't turn the wrong person into the right person.
Right.
Right.
Just like you can't love you can't love somebody that's not for you.
Right.
Enough to turn them into the person for you.
Wow.
So yeah. So if you can't cut the person that's messing with you out of your life, you're still involved with them day to day, I can't really help you. So
I have a question for you. I've been watching him forever. I never thought he would answer me, and when he did, I was so excited. I'm like, I just love how he keeps it real. You believe in God?
Yeah. Okay. I've experienced God.
Wow. Okay. I just got chills. Okay.
Yeah, I experienced God.
Now.
Pues para decírtela claro, I was on probably something a little bit more than a microdose.
Wow.
And it was weird because that experience was very, like, I realized what manifesting was. In that experience. I didn't have, like, it was at the point where I was going to give up on this, on what I do. Mm-hmm. And I sold a car that I miss. And I was like, damn, ya vendí el carro, I don't have any more money. I'm going to go back into, like, the workforce, which I didn't want to do. So I popped some shrooms, I ain't going to lie.
Right.
And nobody was home. And this was on a Dia de los Muertos, like, weekend.
Perfect timing.
And my brother's girl has an altar. She set up an altar for all her ancestors, and they put, like, two of ours my grandma. And I went, and yo, pues, in my movidas tuecas, I was like, okay, like, let me go stand here in front. And I'm like, damn, grandma, like, you're really gone and everything. Like, my mom misses you. And I told her, if you can help me make this work, I will give my mom all the love that you wish you could have gave her, but you didn't know how to.
Oh my God.
And I just got this vision of like me buying my mom a house, like taking her out of work. And I was like, and me llegó como like the hearing. Sometimes when I say, oh, I hear, you could tell if somebody's like legitimately and intuitive if they say, okay, I'm seeing, I hear, or they're saying, or I feel.
Right.
When they do a reading for you.
Mm-hmm.
If they're just like reading it, they're just doing it by the cards or by the book, whatever. Her picture starts moving, falls on the floor.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Ooh, I cried.
Oh my God.
I cried, and I was on a little show. So I put the picture back. I was like, okay, grandma. We yelled to meet in my room. I closed the door. And I was like, damn, this wave is like going away. And then it came back strong. I was like, oh man, like this room como que tenía como algo más. I was about to call my barber and be like, hey, like, what'd you give me?
What'd you give me?
So anyways, I was like, oh, man, déjame voy a dormir. So I took a nap. I don't know what happened during the nap. But I went to sleep with meditation music because I love doing that.
Yeah.
There you go.
I went to sleep with my meditation music, and I had this, I don't know if it was a dream or whatever, or I don't know if I was just in meditation because I tried to meditate. And I had this light on me. And everything else was black around it. And the light started scanning my body. It started from the bottom. And when the light started scanning me, like that part of the body just felt like filled with like some sort of energy that just fucking made me so happy. And eventually it just hit my whole body. And I felt so much love. And then I woke up and I was naked on my bed. I think I took off my clothes though. But the first thing that I did is I woke up and I'm like, I thought about, wait, I'm naked. I'm like, this is what it feels like to be born.
Reborn again.
So I was worried about something selling, money getting paid. Like, damn, these 3 people hit me up that they wanted a limpia, but I don't know if they're going to send the money. They said they would have sent the money yesterday, whatever. And I just thought, it's going to work out. Mm-hmm. And within 2-3 hours, the guy called me, okay, I'm going to pick it up. I'll give you $1,700. Hey, yeah. One of the limpias came through. And then by the end of the day, everything. So by the end of the day, like $3,000 came in.
Gosh.
And everything that I said was going to be okay, like one by one, that day se arregló. So manifesting is seeing it, feeling it, saying it, picturing it,
Writing it,
and just trying to tap into how it feels when you get it.
What barber and where can I get these mushrooms?
oh my God.
Damn. I want to feel the same.
Put some taps in there, Caesar.
SB the barber, he's in Downey, California.
Give me the address later.
Shout out to SB.
You know, I have a story, and you know what? I have to bring this story up. My dad, back in the days, I don't even know what year it was, 70s, 80s, I don't know. No, actually 60s maybe. He was driving his GTO, his Camaro, maybe a Camaro, I don't know. He was going down just a road. He ran and he says he saw the devil. He was going so fast, he saw the devil. It's one story. He says, I will never forget I saw the devil. He says it till this day. He goes, I don't know if he told you the story. He said he was going so fast, he thought he was going to like literally crash, and he saw the devil. I'm like, and now he goes, I will tell everybody the story. I saw the devil. Que se le apareció el diablo. I'm like, and he tells us, my dad's an honest man, a man, you know, of his word, and he will never lie. And he no te va a echar mentiras. And he told you, and he told us, mire el diablo. And that's fucking scary. I had to bring that up because, you know, te parece el Dios y lo te parece el diablo. It's like, what the hell? ¿Te ha parecido el diablo?
A lot of people have had those similar experiences. Like my stepdad, he's my stepdad and my dad are from Michoacan. Mm-hmm. My stepdad had said that when he was a little kid, that they were running around in their little pueblo and that they saw a bruja and the bruja was chasing them, trying to take one of the kids that they were with or them. Mm-hmm. And that they ran inside a house, they closed the door, and back in the day, they still had those old school keys.
Oh, the long ones?
There was keyholes.
The long ones, right?
Yeah. So he says that the bruja was throwing rocks at him. And they're like, okay, cerraron la puerta. And that they were looking through the keyhole. And that a rock went through the keyhole. And that he's also said that he's seen a guy walking in his pueblo once, like during those times, Los Dias de los Muertos, when they have fiestas and celebrate the dead, that a guy turned around and he had like no eyes in his
sockets.
Yeah. But I've had those experiences a lot where I see people and they have just nothing but black eyes.
Really?
So speaking of black eyes.
Guys or eyes?
Black eyes. Oh, no, guys, eyes. So lately, all this UFO stuff, like, is that stuff that you feel or see, believe?
I've also had
because that's like all of a sudden it's all coming out now. And
I've had 2 experiences with things that that are probably not from here.
You also said something on your TikTok. Sorry, I have to interrupt. You said something that you were on a plane and something about UFOs. I'm not sure. I can't put it together. Either UFOs are out there, we don't see them, right? But they're out there. And I was kind of tripping out on your TikTok. You went live. So
yeah,
because people were asking about it, right?
I mean, it's not just UFOs, but there's planes
that are being guided, right?
That are up there that are not visible to the untrained eye, that are possibly escorting or making sure that something doesn't happen to the plane.
It's crazy.
The last time I went to Miami and this year, and I saw an orb in the air, but I also told my girl, I'm like, I feel like there's a plane or something flying next to us.
Does she freak out?
She laughs.
Well, yeah. Does your girl ever freak out? Like she's like hanging with you, and she's like, "What the hell?" Like,
I don't see it.
She laughs. She laughs at me, but she laughs. That there's something very powerful in that woman that's just not been like dug up.
Oh.
But
right.
But yeah, she laughs. She's so dope. I'm super blessed.
So
I love that. I love that. I love that for you.
So really quick, since you feel energies and all that, that's correct, right? You feel energy, and so I'm gonna have to ask. Do you feel any type of energy in here right now with us? Can you? I'm not trying to put you on the spot, or
no. I'm glad you asked this because I'm
everybody's
curious.
Probably watching, going, is there anything happening right now?
I'm curious because I was going to ask him that off camera, but I want him to tell me because I may think something may be here with us, but I want him to tell me.
Oh fuck!
The only thing that I can tell you is that the thing that I can feel the most is that you're being taken care of by not just like people that passed away. There's something put into your DNA through your ancestors that is otherworldly because of where they're from. And I told you that they saw like a lot. As soon as I walked in, I was like, your relatives, where they're from, they saw a lot of stuff in the sky. You're like, yeah. I'm like, there's something with you. So there's one of your guides is like a different being that's not like an ancestor. You probably have a lot of dreams of being up in space, right? So this is like, this is why you've almost lost your life a few times, and you.
Yeah, in younger years, almost lost my life.
Yeah.
Damn.
I always feel, we're already on camera, I feel my grandmother, rest her soul. I took care of her during hospice. I feel his sister, rest her soul. I feel sometimes they're here. And sometimes I feel their presence and, doing things and we find pennies or smell it or feel like I turn around. I have, on my fireplace, I have my aunt, my grandmother, and his sister, rest her soul. I put flowers. I share my flowers when King Cholo decides to buy me flowers. I share my flowers with them because it's the thing to do. But I feel them. Mm-hmm. They're here, right?
Yeah. They're always there. They're always there. Your ancestors are like God. God never leaves you. Mm-hmm. It's just how far you move away from God.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Right.
Can you go? I gotta ask.
Yes.
Of course you are.
Norma got hers. Can you go around? Can you feel anything here or there? Like, do you feel anything? Like, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. Like,
Are the Raiders going to win the Super Bowl?
I was gonna say that I always date a Raider fan because they never expect a ring, but that might.
oh shit, that's fucked up.
But I don't know how sensitive that topic is.
Oh, it's
That was
sensitive.
very sensitive. Ring?
Close my boy.
Yeah, it's
I mean, the only thing that I see, and the only thing that I can pick up on is like what you're ready for. Is more inner childhood healing, like for one of you guys, because right now it's mixed energies. There's a lot of us, but just inner child healing. And
Is it pointing this way?
maybe.
And it's okay.
And just self-forgiveness.
wow.
Forgiving yourself.
Wow.
Self-forgiveness. That's it.
Wow.
Which sometimes that's just like to say like you might hate yourself. You might feel bad, like, damn, I wish I could go, but like you were forgiven from the moment you did something. It's just like you're the last one to always forgive yourself. And you don't have to punish yourself.
I know what you're thinking.
You don't have to punish yourself continuously, like forever and ever and ever, because if you feel undeserving, you're going to punish yourself until the end of time.
Mm-hmm. I see your eyes getting teary.
Yeah. Were you not there for somebody?
Yeah.
He feels he wasn't, but I tell him it's not his fault.
Your dad?
Me? No. His sister that passed away. And I tell him it was not your fault. Things happen for a reason. You were there as much as you could be.
The mic.
So, yeah.
No, these tears are because the Raiders aren't going to go to the Super Bowl.
No.
Yeah, at least you get to go to Vegas to watch a game.
Yeah,
I'm a Green Bay fan, so.
Well, we're Dodgers and
hopefully.
Lakers and Raiders. He's a diehard Raider, so we have to,
Some of my best friends are Raider fans. So.
Oh, that's okay.
That's cool.
We can tailgate everywhere we go. We go to LA, so we go to SoFi. We should get together and.
Yeah, I'm
tailgate.
just a football fan. My dad just watched like games. He just liked watching football.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he made my brother go Niners, and then I went Green Bay.
You got to go opposite. So continuing on to some questions. I do have, manifesting is real. When I started becoming spiritual, I manifested my podcast. And I started believing in manifesting because I'm like, damn, I came this far. I'm like, shoot, manifesting is real, right? When I started manifesting, saging, and doing all that, I'm like, this is real. And then I started seeing double digits, triple digits everywhere. I'm like, oh my God, my angels are with me, right? There's so many meanings to so many numbers. Like the example today, I saw 333. I saw 111, 99999, 4444. I'm like, what is going on? Like I see numbers constantly, right? There's so many meanings to explain them because I see you have 888. I have a meaning to that, but is it the same meaning you have?
What was that? Was that God serving me a drink?
Would you like a beer? Or would you like another?
I'm still good.
Okay, because we can do this on the show. It's okay.
Oh, I'll take a beer.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
So I personally this is for me.
Yeah.
I get a lot of DMs, a lot of messages on the lives. What does this mean? What does that mean? Like, it's there's so much nuance. Like, no matter what you Google, there's variations of it. I like to say that if I ask a question, like to my guides or God or whatever, because who knows what that really is, right? I like to say, like, should I do this? Give me a sign.
Right.
And if the next time I see something, what's the first thing that comes back to my head? That's the confirmation of chase it, green light.
Right.
So I use it to either confirm it, to pretty much confirm it. If I don't see it, if it doesn't come back into my head the next time I see a pattern number, it doesn't have to be like 333. It could be like 123, or it could be, I don't know, 1234 or whatever. But I use it just to be like as a yes.
Right.
So that keeps it kind of simple. I don't really like to make things complicated because spirituality shouldn't be complicated. I think people try to make it seem like it's something that's scary, first of all.
Yeah.
Not understandable, and it's really not that complicated.
I don't see it scary. I see it as the angels around you.
I mean, everything's around you.
Right.
Today, I saw a car, a taxi, whatever. I was just driving and I saw 444. The fuck are you? Are you okay?
Party foul.
Take a shot.
I saw 444, 44444. I'm like, what the fuck?
Taxi.
I mean, it's a taxi, but I'm just saying all those numbers.
714-44444.
No, but I'm just saying I saw a bunch of
That's
fours.
for drunks to remember. It's easy.
Cállate.
4, 4, 4, 4, 4.
No, but I'm just saying, and then I said to 999s, I'm like, like sometimes we're watching TV. I'm like, look, babe, 444, 333. And he just looks at me like, but it's just.
My best advice is that if you constantly see things like that, is that you're just moving on the right path. Right. You're in alignment.
So I got a question. So I feel like I'm very in tune with the world. I feel energy now.
Even though you haven't sage, and I bought you sage because you have a lot of. Hold on, I have to tell him this. He lives in a complex, a very bougie complex, right? He invites a lot of people.
Mr. Irvine.
No, Mr. Viejo. And he invites a lot of people to his place, right? Which I don't care, but it's a lot of a lot of people. So it's like sometimes, and I bought him a brand new sage. I went and bought him one, right, out of a kindness of my heart. I go, hey, you have a lot of people in your home. You need to sage your home, get the negativity out, right? Tell me if he has done it. No.
I haven't done it yet. So
when I tried the sage, when we started podcasting, the sage will go flying. I'm like, dude, are you bringing negative energy into my podcast?
Pop.
Yeah. So
it started popping.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
I don't have negative energy, Norma.
Hold on.
I have positive energy.
No, it started cracking. I'm like, raw, dude. So then the next podcast we did, I bought him 2 sages and a palo santo. I go, dude,
I'm the evil guy.
No.
What the fuck?
And then he decided to decorate his house as Zen, all Zen. I said, okay.
Very Zen.
Okay, have you saged?
Huh?
Have you saged?
I did. What I did is those things that light the
incense.
I love incense.
Okay.
And it's the thing.
But that doesn't.
So anyway, can I go? Anyways, back to what I was saying. So I feel a lot of energy, right? I'm always and this is what. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it out there. Everybody knows I'm kind of an anxious person. I'm always like,
no,
yeah,
really,
exactly.
Really?
Well, I'm trying to tell you why though, because when I go out, I'm not gonna lie. I feel people's negative energy, and I'm always like, man, I feel it. If I go in crowds, I'm like, I can't handle it because there's so much. I feel like I take a lot of that energy on. Does that make sense to someone like you? Is that a fair, or is that just I just got fucking?
He probably
issues?
already read you.
I don't know. Did you?
Yes, he did.
Oh, look at that smirk.
He did.
I would love to hear. I would love to hear what. Okay,
Marco,
then let's.
Tell him, Marco. Hey, this is a raw opinions. We keep it real here. Look, do you see the sign?
Look, let's go out. You know what? Let's do it on camera. I want to. Can you give me?
Well, it's just.
Tell him how it is. Raw opinions here.
You guys swear he's gonna say I'm an evil person?
No, not evil, but you just gotta keep it real.
I just, when it comes to your life, like I said, there's more inner childhood healing to do with you. But you have to understand that right now you're trying to heal a lot of things, and you're aware of the inner childhood healing that you have to do. But don't forget that. Don't give your inner child too much power to take over. Because your inner child is self-sabotaging new relationships.
Damn. Oh my God.
Because you're pushing people faster than they want to move that probably do like you. But here's the thing. If you can be a little more like the person that you're dating, and they can be a little more like you guys will work out.
Damn, son.
Bam! There it is, Ro.
Boom. You heard it here from Mr. Intuitive. Exactly what he needs to be. You're
But
not
this
going to
is-
get it any clearer.
But
Fuck.
I
I'm always
appreciate
going. I'm always
No, you have
Keep
to be.
Keep going.
No, you have to be.
Can,
Because
okay, can I get a little? Were you done with me, or can I ask you a question? Or you can keep going if you want. But I wanted to ask: do you feel anybody around you?
me.
Yeah, like
Right now.
It has to do. I'm just gonna. I'm
No,
not
go
trying to
for
be
it.
selfish here, but
No, go for it.
I really want to know if you feel somebody around you right now. That has to do with me.
A kid.
No. Maybe that's somebody else.
A kid. Do you feel a kid right now?
It might just be like because we're super focused on your inner child. That might be like
Right.
what's
Him.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, though.
yeah. That's
Not
like
gonna lie.
somebody that couldn't like your needs. You couldn't express your needs, or your needs were never met. You couldn't ask for anything.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's what I feel. That's what you can handle right now because that's what you're going through a lot.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, there's other shit that will open up, but
See, here's the thing. I tell people I go through a lot. They don't believe me. And if someone doesn't know me, is literally
No,
saying,
but you know what? It's good
he
to
goes
have
through a lot.
honesty. It's good to have
Yeah.
honesty because you know what? To me, honesty is the best. Look.
look, I'm just going to.
Do you see that? Do you see that?
Wait, I'm
I'm
just gonna
sorry.
say it, though.
It's
I'm just gonna say it.
444, people.
Right.
444. I mean,
I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I know we're running out of time, but we're going to keep going.
no, we keep going.
Yeah, I'll keep going because my mother passed away. And
Yeah.
and I really want to. I talk to her all the time in my head.
Yeah.
I feel her around me, and when I come across people like you, I always like wait. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, because I meet people like you. I'm like, please just tell me, like, come walk up to me and say,
But you
hey,
haven't met
your
someone
mom's
like
doing
him.
this, like your mom. That's my wish, But I know she's around me, but
she still sits in the same spot that she always sat in.
wow.
That's like that was her place.
Did she ever visit your apartment?
Not the one I live in now.
No.
The connection is gonna get stronger, but you're just not yet.
Okay.
You don't have the emotional capacity right now to deal with that and deal with intimate life, your social life. Like your energy's too spread out to be able to tap into energy.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
I try to
I'm
tell
spread
him-
thin.
Protect yourself.
Tell me if I'm not right. Tell me if I'm not right. I told him you need to kind of just start saging and start just focusing on you instead of constantly having so
I
many
don't
people
necessarily
around you.
believe. I hope I'm
I
not.
don't know.
I believe in it and I don't. I'm like, you know what? It's just about me, positive energy. I get it, that whole smoke thing, whatever. But
What do you think they do it on funerals, right?
I guess I don't know.
Bad energy out.
They do a lot of stuff. I mean, you don't need all that to.
I know.
You don't need all that.
but-
It's good to sage because that's what like our lineage is from because that's why
Right.
there's so many Mexican people over here. Like in California, in Denver, NorCal, Arizona, Texas. Like even if they kicked us out, this is our land. That's why we immigrated. Like
Yeah.
Mexican people are the only people like we're indigenous to
Yeah.
here.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why we're all coming back. Like even if they put a border, we're coming back.
We're
We're
coming
being
back.
called back to our land because we're the only ones that know how to keep it fresh. So in 100 years, the land will be left. North America will be left to the Mexicans. Like Mexico will be like the next superpower of the Americas because we know how to not overbuild. We still are in touch with the land. We're still like,
Right.
you go to Mexico, like my mom's rancho, there's clouds everywhere. It looks like it's about to rain in 10 minutes. My tía will come out. Nah, no va a llover.
Does this
And it
run in
won't
your
rain.
family? What you do?
What I've been told is that it runs on my mom's side, the intuitive part. On my dad's side, it's a different thing. Is like the business, the speaking, and it does make sense because now if I ask my mom something, she'll tell me, "Mijo, yo pienso que esto va a pasar." This so now my mom has become like my person that I go to, but she doesn't know it. But she knows. She tells me, "Mijo, yo pienso que yo tengo algo como tú, pero más." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." And then on my dad's side, we have a lot of people that did work for people. So like one of my uncles a few years ago got assassinated in Michoacan because he was a politician. And he was apparently on the wrong party. And so they killed him and 2 other guys. One of my cousins on that side, he was military. Something happened. Supposedly they were ambushed.
Cartel?
So he lost his life. My great grandpa, he was one of the most well-known people like in that area. He has like 3 or 4 corridos on YouTube. He was known for 2 things, for representing his people in like the area, getting in knife fights, and then having a bunch of hoes. I never got in a knife fight.
That sounds like a rap song.
I cannot confirm nor deny that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, but yeah, there's some corridos, and I come from a line on my dad's side where people represented people.
Right.
And then on my mom's side, what I've been told, and even like my mom's kind of confirming it now because she tells me things. She's like, "Mijo, tu novia está embarazada." ¿No está embarazada? I'm like, "Mom, I've already dreamt her, but she don't confirm it." And yeah, that whole time that me and my mom were like, "Oh, está
Back and forth?
Back and forth. She was pregnant the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I was like, yo, like you were about to like go to the bathroom and the baby was going to come out. Like you're But yeah, she was pregnant the whole time.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That's going to be my life's work right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Kids.
You know, hey, you may pass it on. See, it runs in my mom's side of the family. The whole, and actually my dad's too. I have a niece that reads tarot cards.
Norma has trouble staying on the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho,
No.
it's right in my mouth. I can't swallow it. Oh, by the way,
That's
on
another
our
show.
show,
That's another show.
on our show, by the way, these 2 gang up on me.
Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Just by the way, but it's okay. I can handle my shit because I'm from the hood.
She's
So
still
again,
off
you're
the
not
mic.
talking on
Again,
the
she's
mic.
not on the
What
mic.
hood?
Unbelievable.
Huh?
We
What
have
hood?
mic etiquette.
I'm from the hood. I grew up in the hood, but these guys think that they can gang up
What
on me.
hood?
Go for it. I can't tell you the hood yet.
She's gangbanging. She's wanted. No, just kidding.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just stay on the mic. God damn it.
I was in my old
She's
hood
still she's like
yesterday.
this.
Yeah?
What the fuck?
That's funny because I was in my old hood yesterday. I didn't even recognize it. I was in Boyle Heights yesterday.
Hey, that's where I was from.
I did the limpia that I did was off of Soto Street, and I was like, damn, I'm off of Wabash and Evergreen. I was like, let me pass by where I grew up, where I had my UFO experience at. And I passed by and like, I parked in front of the old house. I found out. I was like, no, that looks familiar. And it's funny how when you're little, like everything looks so big.
Yeah,
But
for
then
sure.
when you grow
Yeah, that's
up
crazy,
and it's
yeah.
like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And like just this, like I fucking cried.
Right.
I cried and I was like, you know what? Like I just got to release it. Everything that happened here that's holding my family back, like God just through me release it for everybody.
Right.
Wow.
And I did that this morning too, same thing. But yeah, it's you should be proud of where you come from, even if you don't want to say
of course.
it.
No,
Even if there's still people looking for you.
No. I'm proud. I'm glad that I brought my kids to a nice South County, better area to raise them. You
Let
know.
me guess,
Wrong
you're
with
from
that.
Anacrime.
No,
Oh,
714
okay.
Santana.
Damn. Hey, you know there's a bunch of weirdos off 4th Street.
I ain't from 4th
I
Street.
love driving down 4th Street.
That's not from 4th Street though, but yes.
So,
That's crazy. We're actually going to an event on the soon in August, beginning of August. We're going to be
Right.
going to an event over there. So anyway, we're
Yes,
going to be going to an event out there. But yeah, 4th Street's crazy.
Yeah,
But
let
I
me-
do have a question for him.
You wanna-
No, I'm
can I-
going to let you do it.
God damn.
You first.
I've been chilling. So, what do you say to the people that like, some people will say, I'm just going to be blunt and say like, man, those people are full of shit. You guys don't know you're fake. Like, what do you say to people? I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying there's people
Yeah,
that I've talked to are like, man, those people are so full of shit. They don't listen to them. They're just, and all that stuff's evil. I asked you that earlier, but what's your response to people who will say you're not real?
Not here for you.
There you go.
I'm not here for the non-believers.
There you go. There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, if it's something that you're not bought into and that you think is fake, then I mean, let it be fake.
Don't
Do
listen.
you think that those people, like, they have that channel closed, like they're not open? Because I'm very open to energies and all that, which is could be good or bad, but I feel like those people who say that they're just not open. They just stay one dimensional. You know what I'm saying?
I think those people have accepted their fate.
Okay.
I think when you believe that nothing beautiful can happen to you, that there's no blessings meant for you, that life is hard, that it's about struggling, that life is not fair. I think that you are not receptive of something that, like, even good news.
Right.
So how can you be receptive to like a beautiful experience if you think it's not meant for you? It's like those people have self-deserving issues.
Right.
But I mean, at the end of the day, even an atheist, when he's in trouble, will talk to God.
Right. I have a friend, a really good friend of mine. I'm not gonna say his name, but you know, he's very spiritual. He reads the Bible and all that, and he's always telling me like, those people are speaking to, not that you're a bad person, but those people are speaking to evil spirits. Now, if you've seen the movie The Exorcist, right? I don't know if you guys seen that.
I love those movies.
I hate
Mother sucks cock in hell.
Yeah. Dude,
I tell my girl that shit when we're watching a scary movie. Your mother sucks cock in hell. She's like, you always say that.
Yeah, no, because so this is where I got it though, because remember when she's like, I forgot the guy's name, I'm just gonna say it, and all of a sudden the possessed girl starts speaking like the priest's mom. She's like, Georgie, like, or whatever, like, you know, and that's where they come about saying that, like, they disguise themselves as your loved ones, and then they talk to you guys, and then you guys are just speaking to evil spirits.
I mean, that's entirely possible. Like I tell people, like, if you're depressed and your life is shit's hitting the fan, you should not try to connect with anything.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But do you believe in an afterlife? Or do you feel like, are you just like an energy or?
Yeah, I believe in an afterlife.
Right.
I believe that this is the dream. But I mean, what do you think religion is like? Right. I mean, in theory, the Romans sacrificed Jesus Christ.
Right.
It was a blood sacrifice. And a blood sacrifice is usually to a demon. So if you're going to like a Catholic church and you're praying to a Cristo that's bleeding and he's being sacrificed, are you praying to God or are you praying to the Romans' God that they were sacrificing Jesus to?
Yeah.
I have a question for you. Would you get cremated or buried?
Ooh, good question.
Cremated.
That's a really good question.
Why?
Cremated.
Why and why?
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, right?
Can I ask the man?
Sorry.
The cremation is it wouldn't be for me. Like, even in death, I'm thinking about the people that are going to be alive after me.
Right.
Wait, you would be cremated or you wouldn't?
I would.
He would.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
So is it not your preference? It's for
because
other.
think about the remorse that people would have. Like, oh, I don't go see them. I used to and now I don't.
Right.
To avoid that, right? Honestly, you cremate me and put me like somewhere where like to my kids, like when I die, cremate me, put me like at your favorite hike, put me somewhere where you want to escape to, put me there, and when you want to talk to me and you want to have a moment on your own, just talk to me there.
Yeah.
Just go there. Whatever, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, this is just a vessel. Like,
oh, for sure.
Like, most people think like, oh, when we die, you know, like, how can a body that is temporary create something like a soul that's permanent?
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's the opposite way.
I want to be cremated too. But where do I want to be dumped?
In the Raider,
On the Raider
freaking
field.
football field.
He says if I have to get arrested, go ahead and he'll leave me money, but just go ahead and
But
spread
what would
'em.
happen? Let's say like how they moved fields.
Well, not all
Then
of
what?
me. It won't save a little of me if they move.
So basically, I have to buy field seats and just sprinkle it somehow.
It's
On
crazy
the
how
field.
people are so hardcore football like that.
Okay, so I have a
And
question
I'm
for
dead
him.
serious about it.
I have a question
Dead
for him.
serious about
For a story. So every around December, maybe towards winter time when it gets cold, we always see this beautiful. What kind is it, Serge?
It's like a
Animal?
brown, like dove.
Pigeon, dove, pigeon.
Not a pigeon.
Animal.
They
Like
have
a
the
dove.
little dots in the back.
It's 3 dots.
3 dots.
distinctive.
We always think it's a sister, right? Because the last time we saw it, we were in my car right in front of the house in the bush, and it always stares at us. It gives us a stare like this, or he'll run into it, or I run into it, and it just stares at us. And we're like, it always comes around her birthday or her anniversary. It comes around the anniversary of her birthday.
But we have video.
We have video.
It was on my mailbox.
And
I'm like, Norma, I keep seeing this bird. I'm like, look, it's right there.
And then I visit him at his work.
I get out of the car and I walk up to the mailbox.
Yes.
Doesn't fly away.
No.
And it lets me pet it.
Yes.
A couple times.
And
she filmed it. She has
Yeah,
filmed it.
I saw that video. That was.
And then it came around
It looked
her
at me in the
anniversary or
eye.
birthday. No, anniversary. It was during her anniversary of her
Always
death.
around like the 29th of December
yes.
of her passing.
Yes.
I see it.
And it comes every time around that time.
But why would a wild bird let me touch it and pet it a
So
couple times?
he wants to know, is that a symbol of his sister saying hello, like I'm here, you're okay, I'm coming to see you, or is just a random bird?
You know how people like, and you follow my lives and you see me do readings, how, and I'll get to that point right now, but I gotta build up to it. I'll do readings and they're like, oh, so is he gonna come back or we're gonna be together? And I'm like, it don't look like it, chiquilla. That shit don't look like your homies.
Oh, you're very honest. I love that shit. Yeah.
I'll be talking shit. I have to make myself laugh sometimes.
Yeah.
And then they're like, so it was a waste of time. Like, it was all a lie. And it's like, yo, like as human beings, like we can have this big ass piece of the pie, 8 years, 10 years, whatever, with a relationship with somebody that we thought was cool. And then because the last hour sucked, the whole shit sucked.
Yeah.
And you're doing the same thing just because you weren't there for that last moment. Like you're overlooking, you're so traumatized by you weren't there that you're not giving yourself credit for being there. You're throwing away the whole pie because you didn't get the last slice. And I think you have to
let it go.
Like you're the only one punishing yourself. You can stop whenever you want. Like that's it.
I told you that.
It's just you. Cause she's gone. She's wherever she feels, wherever she's at. This is a very. I hate when people ask me, are they mad at me? Like, are they disappointed that I didn't, like, are they disappointed in the family, like how I turned up? And I'm like, where they go, they only feel love. Like, these other emotions only exist here.
Right.
All this struggle, ya se les olvidó.
They
like,
are
you're the only one
free.
suffering. We're the only one suffering.
They're free.
They are free. They are
free.
truly like just, oh shit, like, why are you sad? Like, I'm good. They're looking down at you like, why are you still suffering? Like,
yeah.
Like, you should be cool. Like, I'm not suffering. And then, like, I don't know. I just, that's what you're doing. You're not giving yourself credit for everything you did because of that last part.
Interesting.
Is it true with pennies? When you start to see pennies, it's them trying to say they're here.
I mean, it could be.
Have you heard the whole thing about pennies?
I haven't heard about that.
So they say when you see pennies, it's people that have passed. So they're saying that they're here in presence or whatever. One day, I don't even know if I should tell them the story about my grandmother. I'm gonna tell you a story. My grandmother had passed away in my mom's old house. And for some reason, I don't know, she kept coming to my mom's dream and my daughter's dream. My daughter wasn't as close, but I was close to my grandmother. But my daughter wasn't doing good, right? And she kept going to my daughter's dreams. And my mom said, maybe because we left her spirit at our old house. My cousin said, why don't you go pick her up, her spirit, and bring her to you? We drove one day, me and my mom drove. We drove up to the house, opened our car door, and we told my grandmother, come to our car. We left the door open, just called her spirit to come in our car. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. We told her to come in our car, brought her back.
Did you see something in the rear view?
No, we just told her to come in my car, right? Long story short, my mom left home and I don't know. We just told her, brought her home, and all of a sudden one night we're hanging out, and there was a stereo on top of the counter. This little speaker went from that counter to the end of the stove. Bam! It just flew. We're like, what the hell is going on? Flew twice that night. My grandmother was in the house supposedly, right? Or what is going on? My daughter freaked out. She goes, Grandma, called my mom saying, you need to come pick up your mom. My mom brought her home from your old house. You need to come get her. You guys cannot drop her off here. So my mom goes, okay, yo voy y la levanto.
And what's been going on at your mom's house?
So my mom comes the next day, because we started seeing pennies, whatever. My mom comes and picks her up the next day. She goes, Mami, vente, te voy a llevar a mi casa, porque aquí está la casa donde debes de estar. Nothing. My mom feels peace. But here, she was causing ruckus. Like her presence was known. She was throwing speakers from one end to the other. And my daughter was freaked out. And then we saw her shadow. My daughter saw her shadow in the kitchen that night, and she freaked out. She goes, Grandma needs to come pick her up.
He's trying to feel it right now.
I don't know. I don't really feel like you should just openly go places and be like, come in the car. And like,
well, because she passed away there. My mom felt that she needed to bring her home, and she wasn't home. I said, let's bring her home then. My cousin goes, you guys maybe need to go pick her up. So we picked her up.
The reason why is because your mom suffered a lot with her.
Yeah. Well,
that's why that connection is more peaceful, because your mom needs her. They sufrieron mucho together.
Juntas, yeah.
Yeah, ella la va a recibir when your mom's gone. That's the person that's gonna come get her. But yeah, it has to do with a lot with the suffering that they both have that strong connection.
But that stereo going from one to the other, you think I was my grandmother?
I don't know.
Yeah. That flew twice. I was sitting.
I don't think like a regular ass spirit would. I mean, was it? Oh, I mean, it wasn't at nobody. It just moved, right?
No, it was one end, and it just flew across to the stove twice.
But it didn't break, right? It's just
flew from the cross all the way down to the floor twice. And we were all sitting here. We just looked like, what is going on? You know, spirits can do that, and it takes a lot of force for them to do that. Uh-huh. It could have been her. We don't know who it could have been. Like, honestly, like I tell him, I never got to meet your sister, but our birthdays are a couple of days apart, and he says I'm a lot like his sister, right? Rest her soul. But I feel somebody's presence here in the house. I don't know if it's my grandmother, his sister. I don't know, but it's not a bad spirit. That's not a bad presence.
You'll figure it out who it is.
All right.
This month.
Oh
fuck.
¿Por qué me dices eso?
Because you dream it. Oh. Yeah, it'll happen this month in August. You'll figure it out. It'll come to you.
Really?
Let me chime in with another question. What about the people that, like, let's say people like Hitler, or even the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez? Those people, are they possessed by fucking evil spirits, or are they just bad people in general? What do you think?
I know. I'm not saying you have the answers. Diablos. They're diablos. Like they're fucking sickening in their head.
Really quick though, I know you're not God. I get that, but I'm just saying your opinion. Do you think that, so don't think I'm trying to get you to answer the world's problems. You know what I'm saying? The world's like, but do you think it's an evil spirit that those guys that take on? Because who does that type of shit? Like especially Richard Ramirez, that guy. Ooh, evil. Do you think?
I mean, everything's necessary.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like, even that shit is necessary. Like,
huh?
Think about it.
Wait, hold on. Clarify that really quick. So, Richard Ramirez was necessary?
Necessary as in what?
How?
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, negativity is necessary. Okay. Like, darkness is necessary.
Huh.
Right.
Serial killers are necessary?
I mean, there's worse than that. I mean, though, at least you know who was the serial killer. There's people doing some evil shit that look like they're the best human beings in the world.
Right.
But I guess to put it into like context or like to frame it.
But when you say necessary,
well, he's gonna
that word.
Yeah, like this is like a world of polarity, right? Let's just say happiness is like happiness is up here, sadness, depression is down here, and there's a line directly connects to it. Poor, rich is up here, a line that directly shoots down connects to it. They never cross, right? So you can't go from being poor to like, it's not related to being rich. That's why there's people with no money but that are happy, and vice versa, right? We live in a world of polarity. So we live in a world of rags to riches. There's rags to riches stories. There's some people that go through some shit in life and they overcome it, they transmute it, and they end up being like billionaires, millionaires, whatever, famous. Whatever exists here that is that evil, or like your struggle is that evil, like if you're in the gutter, you're sleeping on the streets and the sidewalk, there is a life completely on that opposite spectrum available to you to access. So if you have a hard life, I can tell you that if you can figure it out, the exact opposite life is available to you somewhere that you can manifest. So are you sad, or think of it as temperature? Like at what point in a thermometer does it go from being cold to being hot? At 65, 70? Like, no, what if you're just you're not cold, you're just a different degree of, I'm just not that hot. You're just a different degree of heat. Like, okay, I'm hot, I'm cold. I mean, there's people that will go out in the Midwest wearing like flip-flops and sandals like in 50-degree weather, and they're like, oh, this is summer weather, right? So for every bad person, there's a great person born. So there's like broke ass people, and that's why there's no middle class anymore, because the richer got rich. So the rest of the people that used to be middle class, they're getting poorer because the energy is the same, but it's going somewhere. So the evil's necessary. You can't, it's just like somebody that says like, oh, I want to be in love with somebody for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Like that's like, I want to be with one person for the rest of my life, but you've never done the shadow work.
Right.
So you want to love somebody when they're good to you, but not when they do. But as soon as they do something that's not good to you, you talk shit, you want to walk away.
Yeah.
You yell at them, you argue with them. So clearly some people pretend to be like, oh, I'm this great catch, but they're too afraid to explore like, fuck, like how bad of a person can I be? Right? If you can't figure out how to love like the worst parts of yourself, how can you love one person when they're it's easy to love somebody when they're doing good, but what about when they're being bad? If you haven't integrated that shadow, like that negativity, that darkness within inside you, you will never build compassion for somebody else to that extent, because you're just going to see them as like, you're just going to pretend to be the person they want.
Right.
Because you don't know yourself in that negativity. So you're going to pretend to be the person they want, but as soon as they become the person, they treat you like, they do something that is not what you want, then you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to take that person away. And I'm going to treat you like shit to get you, to correct you, to behaving this way to make me happy again.
Yeah.
So if you don't love yourself, if you're afraid to like, be like, damn, I've been like this, I've been like that, accept it, forgive yourself, whatever. How can you love one person differently every day for the rest of your life if you don't even love yourself for your positive and your negative?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, this whole thing is just a spectrum. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
It's, if you should read the Kabbalion.
The good book?
It's like a ancient Hermetic book, like the Egyptians wrote it. It's like ancient Egyptian things, but it talks about different degrees of life. And once you start doing that, oh, I'm not depressed. I'm just a different degree of happiness.
You know, my sisters always tell me, you're always fucking happy. You call in the morning, you're like, good morning. Because they're not always happy. And I'm always happy. you ask him. He knows that I'm always happy. Like I'll call in the morning, or even my sister's like, "How can you be fucking happy?" So my daughter says, "You're always fucking happy."
I don't know about that. She's been mad at me before, so I don't know.
Yeah,
about
but that.
But I'm just saying, like they always say, "Why are you?"
What
fucking
time in the
happy?"
morning are you happy?
Yeah, what's
Because
up?
in the middle of the night,
Hold on a
you're-
second.
I'm
sometimes
genuinely
you're upset.
happy, right?
I don't
I'm
know.
like, I'll go to my daughter's
I don't
room.
know.
Good morning. Good morning. She's like, really? Good morning. I'm like, me and my mom are such happy people, but my sisters are like not happy. And we're always happy. I'm always happy. Like I'm a happy person. Who gives a fuck?
Well, think about how much darkness like is needed to overcome light. Like a whole ass big dark room. As soon as you light one little match, you can see every corner of the room.
Yeah.
And sometimes when your life is like, when you don't think something good is coming in, like fuck my life. There's so much negativity. Like, si no es una cosa es otra.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, damn. Like my mom, she went to Jalisco recently. One of my
Is she from Jalisco?
Yeah, we're from Jalisco. My mom
My
said we're
dad's
from
from
Jalisco.
Jalisco.
Yeah. She went with my tia from Tijuana that lives in Tijuana, and they want to go visit her mom, which is my mom's tia. And she got really sick and she almost lost her life. And she's like, mijo, está pasando todo eso. Yo no sé. Aquí estamos bien deprimidas and all this shit. And I was like, Mom, you're the worst person. Like, you're not being a good cousin. You're not being a good family member. You're not being this. You're not being that. And she was like, she called me for comfort, pero la regañé.
Yeah.
And she's like, mijo, pues es que se nos está cerrando el mundo. I was like, madre, cuando no hay... Light travels out.
Yeah.
And when all you see is darkness,
Yeah.
that means you're the light.
Yeah. She has to be the light. Yeah.
And I told her, si todo el mundo está en oscuridad ahorita, es que tú eres la luz.
Tú eres la luz, yeah.
I was like, madre, tienes que ser la luz. Tienes que tener ánimo. Like, you're so much stronger than that, Mom. I was like, I'm strong because of you. Right. So what you're looking to call me for, you have to be. Mm-hmm. And she's like, okay, you know, whatever. And my tia's still alive, whatever. She got better, but she's like, mijo, yo no sé por qué, ¿a quién sacaste?
Aww.
You know, she's like, because that's not me. I'm not that strong. I was like, Mom, you are.
Yeah.
You're just negative. You're very strong, but you're negative.
Yeah.
You know, like self-talk is very important. Like you have to
Yeah.
look at the mirror and be like, you did a good job today.
Yeah.
Like, I love you. I love you. You're a good person. Like look into, when you say it, you start believing it.
Right.
No, it's true. So I got a gift for Mr. Intuitive.
Okay.
Damn.
We got a gift for you.
Yeah, because we run out of time too. We got.
We got a little gift for you.
Damn. Should I open it?
Yeah, you gotta open it.
Open it up.
We got a little gift for you. Specially made. I hope I nipped it in the bud. I don't know. We'll see.
A ver, ¿qué es esto? ¿Qué me agarraron?
Son calzones, que se los ponga.
Damn, my girl got me underwear with her face on them.
Oh, sorry, Norma.
Damn. My girl's gonna take this from me. My girl's gonna jack this from me so bad. Hell yeah.
Well, because you said you were spiritual.
No, pues yo soy el spiritual paisa. I always say, what's up, fam? This is Mr. Intuitive, your spiritual paisa, homie.
Yes. So I had to get you some protection.
Hell yeah, this is dope.
So before we go, why don't you go ahead and tell
Yes.
your people where they can find you, all your
Look,
know.
you can find me and you can find a bunch of fake pages.
Yes, you know, I got someone trying to say it was you. I was like, you don't have the 3/8. It's not you. Block.
Okay. The best way to find me is on TikTok,
Yes.
Mr. Intuitive 888. Make sure it's the page with like a lot of followers. If somebody as soon as you follow me, 10 fake pages are gonna follow you and they're
Yes.
gonna reach out to you. Like if somebody, I will never message somebody and tell them you need to know this. Like that's not how I
Yeah.
work.
right.
Why? Because I don't work by fear. Because a lot of times people will try to scare you into like, well, if you don't take care of it, tus hijos van a sufrir and it's gonna affect your
No.
whole family. I never do that. Like I work with a lot of integrity. I get a lot of referrals. I've done sales and management for years before this,
Yes.
and I've learned that relationship building is the best business tactic
Right.
and sales tactic. So for me, like I make a lot of money, a lot of business off of referrals, and people come back. People come back for the cheese myth. People
Yeah.
people come back for the just like the channel lives. Because I'll be honest with you, like I don't remember what I say on the lives. Like that's something else is speaking through me. But you can find me on TikTok, Mr. Intuitive 888. 60,000 plus followers.
Yes.
There's a link to my Instagram. There's a link in my bio.
We'll put it right under here.
Yeah, there's a link in my bio to book for a session.
Yes.
I do limpias. I do a lot of candle work. I sell prepared candles through Alma del Sol.
Mm-hmm.
I teach workshops on how to prepare your own candles. Do readings, and then I'm cool as hell. So if you ever see me, like, say what's up. Like, I'm cool as hell. You'll catch me.
Yeah.
You'll catch me at Jaripeos. You'll catch me at the bar in downtown. You know, so I'm just here like to help people. I truly feel like my life's work is to help people, especially like Latinos, because we have a very hard life integrating the old world with the new world, and I think we don't give ourselves enough credit for going from like parents that are basically cavemen.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
And he's the real deal. I will, if it was anybody I was going to bring on, it was going to be him. And I followed him forever. And I will probably have him back on again. So he's become family now. You're not just a friend.
I want to talk to your homegirl, the one that has all the drama.
Oh, my cousin Chula.
Oh,
Tu prima
shit.
Chula.
Yeah, Chula, we got to get you back on here because Mr. Intuitive has a lot to say to you. So we will leave his link on the bottom. Caesar will put his link for TikTok and all his platforms. Thank you again, Mr. Intuitive. It was an honor to have you.
And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Intuitive was not afraid to come on.
What does that mean?
Thank you.
Because a lot of people are afraid to come on.
Really?
Yeah.
The hottest podcast on the internet.